Hi there. Welcome back to Recorder 101. Excuse me. This is lesson 26. And we're today sort of focusing on the part that the alto should play from Ya nous en prie, which we did last week. But sopranos, tenors, don't lose sight of everything. We also will be looking at Bassdansbergerett, which we introduced probably lesson 19, something like that. Anyway, within the course, both pieces of music will be linked to PDFs that you can download or whatever. So, the alto part is the second line of music. There are three staves. The upper stave, which is above the lyrics, that's for the sopranos and the tenors. The second line, which is immediately below the lyrics in the Ya nous en prie, is for the altos. And if the bottom line, which is in the bass clef, could be played by harps, some harps, or whoever, whatever you're trying to do. It does give some other possibilities there. So our first problem, altos, is yes, we have a B flat. Now, if we're dealing with a Baroque alto, our B flat is here, which is exactly the same as a soprano's F. The fingering is exactly the same as a Baroque soprano's F. Okay? Because this whole piece has the B flat through it. So we've got that. We don't go up very high. I've got the music here on the screen beside me. I hope I can get through it. So here we go. Finding the plays. This is where we go to repeat. And I repeat again. I've done that twice now. So now I have to actually move my score. This is where the repeat sign would be if I could get MuseScore to give me a repeat sign, which I can't. Am I in the right spot? Okay, yeah. Now I can see the rest of the score. But I can't see it well enough. Mm-mm. We're going to have this one too. This is our, let me see, normally it would be C, E flat. I'm guessing, I'm making a guess. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Got too much music here. I can't highlight it. Sorry. condensation. So badly played, sorry. This also gets a repeat. It's our chorus. Maybe it will go better this time. And yeah. Because of the angle, I have to be closer, sorry, I have to be close enough to the screen to see the notes. I can't be far enough back so that you can actually see my fingering, and because I'm looking at the notes, I'm not looking at the camera. So hopefully that gives you a feeling of what that is going to sound like. So now, over here on my other side, I have the bass dance Bergeret, which actually I do need to pull up the electronic copy because I didn't give you the entire score yet for bass dance Bergeret. So while I'm here, I'm not finding it that way. Do you want to close the tabs? Close current tab. Yes. Put that down. Not doing well with this, sorry. I would have had it open if I'd been thinking. Yes. Thinking doesn't happen always on Monday morning. Okay. I have put in all the various what am I going to call it? Lines. Putting my alto down and taking up my soprano, because actually this is much harder for the soprano than it is for the alto. The notes are all within range, easy range without, there's only, I believe, one note with the thumb being lifted on the alto. So sopranos and tenors, we struggle more with this. Next week, we're going to get the closing, the last bars of the music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8 bars of music from 2 breaths. So if we're coming back here, we've got this, and looking just at this music, that just looking at the first bar and note of the following bar. So we've got a long C, thumb and forefinger. And then we're coming down to our B, and we're doing 8 notes. Now for me, and maybe for you, this is a little bit of a problem. 2 possible problems here. 1, you've got to think in terms of you have to half hole and you have to go from an open here to a half holing and get these 2 fingers down, so that becomes a problem. It also is when you're coming up here, your E, when you're half hold, that E is a quarter note, and the others have been eighth notes. The B, C, D have been eighth notes. So when you get to that E, it's got to begin just as if it were an eighth note, but it has to go farther, last longer, because it's a quarter note. And we have two more quarter notes coming in there, and they're both C. So we also have to mentally think in terms of C, beginning in C, which is dotted. It's a dotted note. That dot means it lasts a quarter note plus an eighth note. And I'm probably not getting that in there. So this is our very first note. So that's the first two bars, sort of. I'm working that regularly and figuring out where your problems are. You can see me struggling to get my two fingers down here. I haven't been practicing it. Have you? Okay, so you see, we all face those little challenges when we're not doing stuff. And we feel guilty. Okay, then we've got the next bar, the third bar. And then we're going to our next note. Have we got a sharp there? That's going to be the F. Have we got the sharp there? Do we remember, is the F half hold and this way, or is it this way? Which one is it? Which is the F sharp and which is the F? So this becomes our next major question. And I need to look. If I were over here on this particular one, my own hard copy, I wouldn't need to look because I'd have something there. But I really want to point out to you that as we begin, we need to have our plans in mind for, oh yeah, I don't remember what that looks like. What does that look like for me? Okay, I'm not that one, I'm this one. And this one for my Baroque is the two fingers down, middle finger up. F, right? So this way. F, half hold. And then where do I go from there? I'm going from there. So I'm still watching the music here that I've given you. So for me, because this has been I'm showing you, this has been a challenge for me, this particular little section with a quarter note F, back down to the D, back up to the quarter note F, down to the D as an eighth note, and back up to the F, and then down from the F back. That's going to be the part that I'm working on this week. That little section. I've got a recorder that I can put right beside me and just practice that. because that's what I need to do. That's not fluent. If we look at the next little bit, which starts at the F, in quarter notes, that would be another one to consider working on if that one is giving you problems. Seems to be okay for me, but I can really see that F, half hold, is giving me problems. Okay? Altos, I don't want to ignore you. We've got the C, which is here, thumb fully covering that hole, and we're going down to the B, which is not flat, so it's going to be fingered this way. These two fingers missing. Sticky. So you see, it's easier to do it on the alto because it's more all in range of the things, the basic fingerings that we've been learning, which is why this particular piece would be listed more as a third-year piece for a soprano or a tenor, but is probably a late first-year piece for an alto. It becomes much easier to play. Okay, sopranos, tenors, good luck. Altos, with good luck with the bass dance, Bergeret. And altos, I wish you great success with your Ya nous ont pris. And I'm sorry that, in a way, it seems so awkwardly done. This computer doesn't hook up to a printer. Anyhow, we all face little problems like this, and we all challenge ourselves with things like that. So keep yourself going, and all sorts of success with this. Have a good week. Bye.